the twilight of the gods nears, brother will kill brother. Families will be sundered by murder. 4 ages are afoot. An axe age, a sword age, where shields are cloven. A wind age, a wolf age, where the world falls. No one shall be spared.
Welcome to Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion RPG podcast. Prepare for adventure.
Welcome back to D&D Journey of the 5th edition. The following takes place after the Honeymoon Cruise for 2, Chapter 3, Day 3, Cologne, Germany. Up on the swimming pool deck, Simon watches from a distance as the Rhine Maiden drowns the captain of the ship. A strange exchange happens underwater when she puts her lips to his. A flash of red light and a whiff of bubbles hinted with sulfur boil up. Simon watches from a distance, interested to see how things play out, as the Rhine Maiden leaps from the pool with her face burned, her lips scalded, and leaves the ship by jumping over the wall into the river Rhine. Oh, my little Rhine Maiden, why are you making things so difficult for me? I'm having to cover all these victims, and now the captain of the ship? Simon steps close to the pool and takes off his tuxedo jacket, loosens his tie, and all of a sudden, his features shift, revealing that Simon is actually Lucius, the scion of Loki. Oh, Rhine Maiden, you are making things very difficult here. He proceeds to pick up the captain's body from the pool, pulling it out of the water, looking about to make sure there's no witnesses. And then he proceeds to make his face look exactly like that of the captain's, his clothes subtly shifting into the captain's uniform. I am the model of a major modern general, or captain as it may be. Well, let's go tell them the captain's sick and will be in his cabin for the next few days. I don't want to cause the ship to not make it to its next port. After all, this trip has been very productive. I've managed to separate the group, keep them from what's going on in Las Vegas. Now I just need to get my sister here, because after all, the prophecy requires both the children of Loki, and I don't want anything to happen to my dear sweet sister, at least until I get her to our side. And he proceeds to pitch the captain's body off of the ship into the River Rhine with a splash. After giving a few respectful nods to guests that see him after he's gone below deck, the scion we now know as Lucius, scion of Loki, in the form of the captain, pulls out a cell phone and makes a phone call. Nick, you fool. I think I might know where that man you're looking for is. He may be in Germany shortly. If so, I'll call you. But how are things proceeding in Las Vegas? I want to make sure we know everything we need to know. He nods after a few moments of talking on the phone. Excellent. It's hard to keep all these plans on the stove cooking at once. So I'm about to have a little R&R. I won't be reachable for the next few days. If you need me, contact Cinder. He'll be able to help you. Excellent. Inform me if you've noticed any changes in anyone's itineraries or anyone goes off of the plan. Until then, stick to the plan as we've discussed. You had the contingency plans in case anything goes awry, and you can't reach me immediately. I'm going to Budapest. With a wry smile with this new face that he has stolen, the scion we know as Lucius, Simon, and who knows how many other faces, puts his best smile on and proceeds tipping his hat to guests as he goes to the captain's cabin to inspect what the captain has in his quarters. Who knows what information he can now have access to? Webs within webs. And besides, now that he's got a Valkyrie on the payroll, Cirque should be quite happy. Now if only we can get the scions here. Meanwhile, further down the Rhine Maiden who's been scolded has ran off to her sister and told her how mean and cruel the mortals were. So now, the Rhine Maiden sisters are together further down the Rhine. As the oldest sister looks at her poor, burned sister tenderly touching her lips under the water, hoping that they heal faster, she looks at her little sister and says,
"Don't worry. When they pass my rock, I will be at my most powerful. They will be coming this way. I will lure the sailors to the demise, and we shall bring their souls to Mother. What is it you say of these scions on board? Will they be a problem?"
And in the background her sister merely weeps at the burns that have pocked her face.
"Cry not, sister. We shall get revenge for you. We shall let the fish eat the flesh from all aboard that boat, and our pet serpent will swim within its walls. Come, sisters, let us plan our ambush. A pair of scions and a Valkyrie have no chance against us. We shall kill them all."
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Hi, this is Jim from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion Hero to Ragnarok podcast, and the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And I'd just like to say thank you for listening, and may fate always be on your side.